UDA party have actualized their threat to destabilize Johnson Sakaja, who is the governor of the city county of Nairobi. Letters of threat and also summoning the city governor to appear before a disciplinary committee within the UDA party ranks has emerged in social media days after Sakaja Gachagua outburst. What exactly is happening? This is the Bold Analysis, and my name is Kevin Oduor. In this episode, I want us to look at Sakaja's unending troubles with Gachagua over Nairobi County management. But for you to just get a gist of our analysis today, this is where the trouble started.
Watia governor Mashariti, jua hii county yenu. Hii county ni county ya Azimio. Tuko na majority leader, tuko na speaker ni Azimio, everything is Azimio. Unataka tuambie Gachagua kama Musalia Mudavadi ndiye amechukua position yako, unataka position ya governor, utuambie tubadilishe Sakaja kuwe deputy president, wewe ukuje ukue governor. Si kuja kutuambia ati Wakikuyu walichagua Sakaja. Mimi nataka nikuulize deputy president, kama Wakikuyu walichagua Sakaja, mbona wako kuchagua Margaret Wanjiru kama senator? Sakaja alichaguliwa na kabila zote za Nairobi. Sisi tulikuwa na candidate ambaye alikuwa anaitwa Polycarp Igathe. Alipigiwa kura na Wakikuyu. Sasa ukuja kutuambia tu Wakikuyu walichagua Sakaja, hiyo ni kumaanisha wewe ni mkabila. Kwa hivyo watu wapite deputy president. Hiyo mdomo yako wewe ndio utakata. Na usikuja kusumbua watu wenye utapanga Nairobi. Kwanza Sakaja alichaguliwa na watu wa Nairobi. Hakuja afanyia watu wa Nairobi kazi. Hakuchaguliwa na wewe. Nasema mambo ya Wakikuyu. Kwanza you are a troubled man wewe. Wewe enda huko kwenyu upikie watu mchele na zile githeri ulikuwa unasema utapikia watu, usisumbue watu Nairobi. Na utuachie nafasi watu wa Nairobi wafanye kazi. Asante.
Na nimemwambia gavana wa Nairobi tutakaa chini na yeye kwa sababu sisi ndio tulimchagua. Mimi ndio niliketisha Wakikuyu pale Nairobi nikamwambia wamchague. Na nimemuita tukae chini na yeye. Mambo yoyote ambaye anaamua ambaye anaweza haribu biashara katika Nairobi, kwanza tuongee tukubaliane. Hatutaki speed mingi sana, twende pole pole. Si ndio? Hiyo maneno ati ya kutoa matatu nini, hiyo maneno haiwezekani. Sitaki tuanze kusumbua wafanyabiashara. Na mimi nampongeza governor wetu Susan Keheka. Pale Nakuru watu wetu walikuwa wamefukuzwa na ile mtu ya Azimio alikuwa anaitwa Kenyanjui. Akawapeleka msituni. Mimi nikaenda Nakuru nikaambia nyinyi ndio mtaamua. Huyu gavana alipeleka nyinyi msituni, mfukuze yeye kama gavana, mpeleke yeye msituni, nyinyi mtoke msituni mrudi town.
So that is Matakwe Mobimba, and it has for better part of the week I have seen people coming in defense of Sakaja, that Nairobi cannot be governed from Nyeri or from other parts of the country. So let's look at what happened recently. Robert Lai, who is the chair of ICT committee in the County Assembly of Nairobi, explained that Kenya Kwanza MCAs led by the minority leader, a man I know very well, Anthony Kiragu, the Waithaka MCA, staged a walkout against during the vetting of ICT and Energy nominee Lucky Okudo. Their problem is that Lucky Okudo was a very close associate of Raila Amolo Odinga. And Alai, in an article that I read in the Star, he's actually saying that we should not judge people on their political affiliation, but on meritocracy. What is their competence? Second to that, Alai was telling of the MCAs that instead of walking out, I think you will sit and also just execute your point in the floor of the committee. So what is going on here is the Nairobi MCAs that are on the other side of UDA wing are saying that the city governor is working closely with Azimio, which is going against a position that because he was sponsored by UDA, or rather he went there by UDA, he should be aligning himself to the side of UDA. Maybe we need to explain that in Nairobi County Assembly, Azimio is the majority side, and Kenya Kwanza is the minority side. So by extension, UDA is minority side. Now I want you to look at this letter. This is a letter that I've seen. I've got it from a Facebook page. It's a letter that is supposedly summoning Sakaja to appear before a disciplinary committee. And of course, it emerged hours after that of Karen Nyamu. Remember, Karen Nyamu was also summoned after that Dubai drama. And guys who are dismissing my analysis, I said that UDA might actually try to reprimand the nominated senator, Karen Nyamu. And true to my word, it happened. So sometimes we say some of these things and they happen. So when you look at this letter, I need to clarify that UDA disciplinary committee has neither declined, or rather neither rejected or owned the letter. However, even though the authenticity has not really been clarified, but the information is out. If someone wanted to tell Sakaja something or to communicate anything to Sakaja, that has been communicated. And that is why I'm saying that it's already showing what exactly is cooking behind the scene. It didn't just come from nowhere. I've always said that in politics, things are normally choreographed. And someone is just trying to test the waters. Ama is just trying to kushtua governor kidogo and just telling governor that, look here, this is what is in the kitchen. I said that the outburst between Sakaja and Gachagua was a bit personal. And if you analyze again the statements by the deputy president, he's mentioning that they're the people that put the governor, alifanya governor kapata ushindi. And what does it need? If you copy what is happening in the mainstream, or rather in the executive, you'll understand that he has been giving jobs and insisting that Mount Kenya should get a lion's share of the government appointments because serikali ni yao and they voted for the government. So I may be wrong to believe that the same is not happening in the country. Could be that Sakaja is under pressure to also give more seats to Gema, and I like saying Gema instead of Monkeni, to Gema, because maybe Sakaja, Gachagua, participated in it. And but if you look at the facts, really, I think it's a bit, it's misconstructed, because Sakaja vied against Igathe, and Igathe got votes too. So what made, even if Kikuyus had voted all of them for Sakaja, honestly, then the other tribes voted there, people, I don't think it would have been that easy. That race was a very tight race, even though Sakaja carried the day. So that understanding, to me, it doesn't work. If Gachagua talked to Gema to vote for Sakaja, then as we talk, Margaret Wanjiru would have been the senator. Matakwemo Bimbo was explaining that, and I think I got that logic. If really Gema voted on that suit, unless he's simply saying that he did not tell Gema to vote in for to vote Margaret Wanjiru. UDA is the minority wing. The hypocrisy in all this is that while Sakaja appointing Rawa's people in the county administration, it seemed to be rattling a section of the politicians in Kenya Kwanza. The same KK has been pushing for Azimio governors to work with the government of the day. So why is it easy and it's convenient for Azimio governors to work with government, but it's not conveniencing for KK governor to work with the Azimio wing? In fact, Nairobi is normally very dynamic. As we talk, out of the 17 members of parliament, only 3 are from UDA. UDA only got 3 out of the 17 members of parliament. And Raila has always missed maybe he's always got some things wrong. But in Nairobi, He has always got it right. That give regions what belongs to them. Uko kwa Embakasi South, because they are campus, you can't take there a Luo candidate. Haisi pata. Uko Kibera, if the heart of Luo, you can't give them any other candidate. Huwezi pata. Uko where you give regions where you know this region Kisi's have, you give Kisi. Whereas especially look at where Arati was. You give people what belongs to them. And you know what messed KK is? They splashed Kikuyus in almost all those positions. Because again, if you look at Kenya Kwanza, our brothers from the Rift were not quite a number were here in Nairobi. I think the only Rift candidate who was vying here that I remember was strong is Nixon. Yes, is it? Yes, Nixon, the one for Lang'ata. Now, Sakaja gonna have a very rough 2023, but he has a buffer because Azimio is the majority here. He will have his way, but the difference is that it's not going to be. It might not be the one of Mike Sonko, but it will be UDA party interfering with him. From this, I want to look at these three observations. Gachagua outburst could be the reason behind this UDA politicians now becoming hostile to the governor. However, I have a feeling that President Ruto is backing Sakaja. President Ruto might actually be backing Sakaja behind the scene and is assuring Sakaja that, look here, everything is going to be fine. Even though the other side, kila mtu anapull the string. So on this one, I don't know why it's a very big stake. In Nairobi County, when the executive starts having a stake, that's where it normally goes south. Executive have always had a very strong, big stake in Nairobi County, saying its headquarters, and it's true, all the embassies are here. This is where all the visitors are being received and the city needs to be clean. Even though when they come in, that's where normally things vitu wao huharibika. Sakaja could face some impeachment scare, probably. And this will be attempts even to use the criminal justice system against him. It starts, if you listen to what Kiragi was saying, I got an excerpt there where he was saying that if Sakaja can't work with them, then he should even think of going to seek fresh mandate from the people. What does that mean? That's now the language of impeachment. I need to get that here. We have not seen Iglesi because the nominee had problems submitted. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, somehow. They said, okay, that's what Nani was saying, that if they don't have, yes, earlier, that if they don't have, if it's not a must they support, but if Sakaja works with Azimio, if Sakaja must work with Azimio, then he should be ready to go and seek fresh mandate. Lastly, Gachagua must be, Sakaja must be very careful because some of this might actually be strategies to slow down maybe what he can do in Nairobi. And what will that cause? That would actually affect his track record and will be a ground to plan his downfall. That's what politics is, because Nairobi will actually be judged. Nairobi is normally judged on what you have done. As much as tribal politics play, but we have conscious voters in Nairobi. The taxi driver, yako hapo tao, na wanabeba watu wakipeleka kwa my state. Those people are they're very informing. If you anatumia taxi, just ask them. They will tell you what governor is getting right, what governor is getting wrong, especially within town. Now, unajua within here, kila mtu ende town. So if you apply different routes, you will realize what's happening. So Sakaja must actually be very keen because this can drag him down. If they can't beat him, they can join him, but again plan his downfall. Remember the issue about removing matatus from CBD has been hashed with us here. Gadonio Mushomba came out and even went and met the governor at one point to address the matter, and the matter was not addressed. So look at how the stake is big. And Sakaja must just make sure he's putting his act together. The advantage here is very difficult because he has also had a gentleman approach to politics. So even if you are to try an impeachment, it can't get through. I remember in the last the Senate, when he was in Senate and he backed Raila's retirement benefit bill. And he was one senator and he was on the other side of Jubilee. So his gentleman approach to politics is going to work for him. Better still, he's most likely getting the backing of Ruto. Remember, Sakaja was supposed to be an ANC candidate, and my good friend Senator Kalole said alicheza pikiponki to make sure his crosses over the other side. So they somehow know how things are working out. And Gachagua and the Mount Kenya team must also remember that Sakaja is part of William Ruto's matrix for the Mulembe nation. I've seen a poster emerging where he's going to speak to some Mulembe guys in Masinde Muliro. He's part of that. Guys, that's the end of it.